Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to Cardiff City World. I'm joined by author, Mr. Tony Rivers. How are you, my friends?
Good evening. You okay?
I'm very good, mate. Very good. And congratulations on the new book, first and foremost.
Thank you very much.
It's there. If you want to buy it, email address is below. But today we're here to talk about Cardiff City, mate. We wanted to get your take on how things have gone. It's been a very up and down season.
More down, really, innit? But I don't know what's happened. Nobody can put their finger on it, can they?
No.
What's happened since? But to me, I think it was losing Aaron Ramsey.
It made a difference, didn't it? But the other thing as well is I think it's like so night and day. The start of the season was so good.
Yeah.
And then now it's so bad. And you can't quite pinpoint where he's, because I don't think he's changed the way he plays or anything like that. We're playing the same formation and everything.
The boardroom might have lost Bulut, I think. They might have lost him. In the same way, Bulut has lost the dressing room. You know, that club is...
He's become frustrated. You can see that, can't you?
I think so.
The build up to January.
I think so. And I think, you know, he was given certain assurances that they haven't followed through. And it's such a shame because the first 2 or 3 months, it looked really promising, didn't it?
It did, yeah. And I was impressed with how he went about things on and off the pitch at the start of the season.
Yeah.
I know you'd prefer to be positive, innit? And we should. Let's be positive. Things are going well. You've got your book out. Cardiff are not in a relegation battle, so
right.
Not yet.
If
the form continues, we might be.
We need something, don't we, from Blackburn tomorrow and Saturday then.
Let's pick out a couple of positives, though. I think, look, Jamal Collins gets a lot of grief, but to come back from a serious injury the way he has, I think he has looked solid more when he's looked by a couple of games. He's had some trouble, but I think after the injury he had to come back, because he plays every game.
Yeah,
the back four don't get a rest,
Obviously, he didn't come back as strong as we'd hoped, because before the injury, was it about a month? He was partnering O'Dowda on the left, and they looked like they had a really good relationship, didn't they?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, withered away.
Yeah. There was an interesting moment, actually. I think it might have been the Swansea game, because there was a couple of games when he first came back. He looked like he was almost not scared, but like he was afraid of that big impact.
Of course.
Which is understandable. And then there was like a 50-50 against Swansea, and he went flying in, and you could see him sort of get up, flex his knee. No, it's all right. Let's go. Yeah. And he was pretty good then.
Obviously that was the highlight of the season, wasn't it? That night.
What a performance.
That Saturday night.
But we didn't just win. We completely decimated them. There was
it was overdue.
That game is the most stressful game though, to watch as a fan.
It did.
And that particular match, I was pretty comfortable for the whole thing.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I think we went into a slight favourites for once. So Swans were they haven't had the best season, have they?
We're only doing a quick video, so I want to ask you very quickly: if it was up to you, would you keep Bulut on in the summer?
I would, but I'd change the boardroom.
Yeah, I think that's got to be. Because we got to have a football man in there, don't we? Need a football man between the board and the team.
It's just so depressing sometimes, and we get hyped up as a support, which every fan is guilty of. It's like first couple of months with Siopis, I thought we got a Claude Makelele in the side here, and I don't know what's happened to him since. But I put it down as well to losing Ramsey. Losing that creativity and that bit of spark in the middle.
I think he's ended up trying to do two jobs, hasn't he? Since Ramsey's gone, he's trying to be the creator and the destroyer, and I think
and I doubt he's happy. He's happy, which is a shame. Very similar to Gary Medel, wasn't it? Because going back to Gary Medel. Gary Medel was fantastic. August to Christmas, and then we don't know what happened then.
Do you know, Kev told me that Kev McNaughton said that Gary Medel was sensational. He said he should have played centre back, but he played centre back for Chile, didn't he? But
His
unbelievable player.
stats, like I said, pre-Christmas were phenomenal.
Like ground covered and
yeah,
all
when
sorts of things,
it was sensational. The rumor was around Christmas time that he had family problems and he was homesick, which we could account for.
Yeah, you can't do much about that. Like in terms of where we go from now, I think it's vital that Cardiff get a football person between the board and the team.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that this transfer committee, as they call it, is fit for purpose.
Yeah, people have been calling out for director of football for years, isn't it? But
I think it's because he had his fingers burnt.
Yeah.
By Mackay and Moody and the rest of it.
Yeah.
And he don't want to spend money and he don't want a sporting director.
No.
We
obviously. No, sorry. A mate of mine from Aberdeen, he was asking me the other day about what do we think about Warnock, and I said, well, he obviously loved and hated in the same measure, but what happened, obviously, that fateful day when Salah came over on the plane, that,
destroyed him, didn't it?
First things first, obviously the family, devastating, grieving, but as a football club, it was a shocker, and it could only happen to Cardiff City, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And since then,
Warnock wasn't the same after that, was he? It really broke him, I thought.
No, I know,
He took it hard, and you could see particularly in the sort of aftermath in the weeks after, you could see a lot of he seemed to age, and that's normally a sign of someone who's carrying a bit of stress. But I think he'll do a tremendous job.
My mate was asking me what I think, and
I think he'll do a wicked job.
Yeah, apparently he's only got a contract for the summer, haven't he? But I said if he's backed, I'd say there's no better man manager, and with his staff as well. Ronnie Jepson, I know he's took Ronnie up there, hasn't he? And there was some interesting stories when Jepson was at Cardiff, and I think he terrified the dressing room, wasn't he? And probably getting a little bit extra percentage out of the players, wasn't he? Which was all part of Warnock's philosophy, wasn't it? He'd make an average player, a lot better, which he's proved with us. He got us up on a shoestring, really, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, big time. Finishing on a positive, Ruben Colwell starting to show what he can do. Do you think?
I hope so. He obviously it was catch-22, Ruben. He was showing some potential, but then Bulut would take him off, or he wouldn't play him for 2 games.
Yeah,
he needs a run of games, doesn't he? Obviously,
in the same position, and I agree.
Yeah. And there's a thing tomorrow. We got to just go for it, haven't we? This defending at home.
No. You've got to be aggressive and urgent, and that's the only way I think where he's going to get
on the front foot
back on side is the home form. Just be aggressive at home, and push forward, and I think the rest will.
As we know, some of the personnel ain't good enough. But he's
Dowdy would be nice to have him back, wouldn't it, for a start?
It's terrible. I've been talking about it for years with Cardiff. The amount of injuries we seem to build up, I don't know what's going on in our medical room, but there we go.
Mate. Appreciate your time.
It happens at every club, doesn't it?
Yeah, big time. Appreciate your time, Tony. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you.
Subscribe.